guys, what's up? This is Becky with thankfulrootsdalrymplefarms, and today I'm coming at you from my greenhouse. I'm so excited. There's not really any shelves or anything put together yet, but I did not care. All morning it has rained, and I stood at my kitchen window just kind of like staring out here longingly, like, I wish I could be out there. So finally I decided, you know what, forget it, let's get out there. It's not like I'm getting rained on or anything. So here we are in our unfinished greenhouse, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how I store my seeds and just a few of the basic necessities that I kind of gathered together to be starting our seeds. So a part of me being outside is that my chicken coop is literally like a foot away from where I'm sitting, and so I've had a few rogue chickens come in here, and you might hear a rooster crowing or like a chicken squabble or maybe a happy egg song. You might hear my chickens, and then that's my children, and they're outside playing because it is like seriously like 65 degrees out today. We haven't had this nice, I mean it's not nice weather, it's rainy, but we don't care. We're outside. I think I need to go break up a brotherly bond. So then on top of the chickens, my husband is also over there working in the coop, trying to set up a better roosting situation for the chickens, and that's him drilling. So I'm sorry if you guys hear all this crazy background noise, but it's an all immersive experience around here, and you guys get to hear the chickens and the children and Dylan over there hammering and drilling away. So that is all that's going on today. Let's get started talking about how I keep my seeds. So the first thing I want to show you guys is these little boxes is what I store my seeds in. And us rural folks call them ammunition boxes. These are ammo boxes. I think when I bought them, they were just like a supply box or something like that. And so I actually got them at Walmart. It's the same company. It's the HydroTuff, which is made in the USA, and that's also who made my chicken box, the little vet kit in the last video that I posted, if you guys saw that. So this is my box. It just has this nice little latch. So that keeps it waterproof, tip proof. If it falls off, the lid's not going to snap open and all your seeds go flying out. And then this, whoa, if I don't throw everything out, is how I keep my seeds. It's perfect because it's the size. No seed packets that I've received so far have been wider than this. So they all fit in really nice. And so I just made like these little cards, wrote down what was on it, maters. So I really like this way because it's nice. You can just flip through. I cut the dividers just to the shape, and put them in different colors. And so it just basically, you can flip through, find what you want. Easy peasy. But like I said, I mostly like that it's waterproof, it's air, it's dry, it's tight. And then these also actually stack together pretty nicely. Like they actually lock. So the same is in this one. But anytime like seed companies send me like some type of like little insert or something, I keep it. This one is from Fruition Seeds. Really neat company. I suggest you guys check them out. So it gives me this little like growing. So I just keep these things in there. As well as I keep a packet of little seed spikes. Hopefully you guys can see those okay. It's hard to because the stickers are on both sides, but they come in 5 colors. I got them on Amazon. I'll put the link down if you guys would like them. There's 100 of them, and I don't think I paid much at all for them. And so to go with that, for when I'm writing, I have oil-based Sharpies, just that way, so that when you write them and then you stick them out and they start to get weathered, and then you think, well, shoot, was this a tomato? Was this a pepper? Like, and they're little and green, you can't tell. So I got an oil-based Sharpie just to be sure that they wouldn't be able to just like chip and sun fade, and that kind of thing. So those are my boxes. I'm quite proud of my little boxes. Now, somebody in one of the groups that I was in on Facebook had actually mentioned that these aren't always the best because you want to keep your seeds somewhere where it's dry, dark and cool. And so I've heard a lot of people actually keeping these in fridges, like keeping their seeds in a fridge. If you have a garage fridge, I feel like that's a super Midwestern thing, that we all have fridges out in our garage. And so if you have that, that's a good place to keep it. I don't really worry about the sun in these because my seeds are all basically in like dark envelopes anyway. And so, I mean, it's a dark place. I don't have to worry about it. But a few seeds I've gotten, like recently I got these from Diane's Flowers. These are some calendulas. They come in a clear plastic bag, and I know that a lot of seeds do. So when that happens, you actually want to try to get them transferred if you don't, you know, immediately plant them all. You really want to get them transferred into like a dark envelope if you're using a box like this. Now I suppose if you had a black box, it really wouldn't matter because it's going to be dark in there. That person who had suggested the black box, they had actually found theirs at Harbor Freight. It wasn't very much. I know that you can find them at places like Rural King and things like that. When you get the big, heavy metal ammo boxes, they tend to be more like $12, $15, but this one was $5 at Walmart. And then the Harbor Freight ones, I think they're only like $5, $7-ish. I don't remember for sure, but like I said, this is mine that I bought at Walmart from the Hyper Tough brand and made in the USA. I also want to give a shout out about these stickers on here. This sticker, and then all of these stickers are all from the Roots and Refuge page. If you haven't watched them, I totally suggest it. Jess is awesome, and I've learned so much from her. They just have like a super adorable family, and it's a really fun page. And so I ordered those stickers on there. But this sticker is actually my own, and it's going to be available soon. So you guys stay tuned. So with my seed boxes, I also just have this little black notebook. I love these notebooks. I cannot find them at Walmart anymore, but they're like the perfect size. They come with like little dividers. Love them. So this is one that I'd actually had for a while, so it's not very thick. I've ripped out all the old pages so that I could put my gardening. But I think it's really just going to be like my 2021 garden planner. And inside, oh, on here, this is also another sticker from Roots and Refuge. So cute. So basically, if there was a divider in one of the boxes for a plant, then I put a divider in here. Some of them aren't quite as big as others, like, say, melons. I know I'm not going to have like 50 varieties of melons. However, tomatoes, a girl can dream. So I know that I have a lot of varieties of tomatoes. So I made my tomato section pretty thick. I made my pepper section pretty thick. My beans pretty thick. And so basically inside here, this is all redneckified with tape and sticky notes. I put on tomatoes. So then on that first page, I put on tips, anything that I picked up along the way, found on Facebook, took a screenshot, found on Pinterest, found on YouTube. I've pretty much, anything knowledge that I've collected, I've tried to write down on these pages here. The next page is what I have of seed inventory, just to help me keep my mind straight. Most seeds are labeled, you know where they came from. I like to write down where I got them and also when I got them. And I'm not sure if it's like a legality thing, but most of my seeds are labeled for what year they were packaged for, 2021 or 2019. You know, whenever they were packaged, that's the year that they were intended to be planted. And so, but I still just want to write down when I bought them. I'm a total planner nerd. Like, I love notebooks, I love highlighters and Post-its and all the things that make me feel organized. So I had to do this to my book too. So then this page was dedicated to seedlings, saying like what day I started it, what I started, maybe even in what type of like pot, what, just so details, because there's a lot going on around here. And so just in case that I started to forget what the heck I'd done, I want to be able to have a place to write it down. This page is all about transplant info. I sure hope y'all can see this. Everything is so like funny lighting in here. So this is all about transplanting info, when I did it, where I put it, and just, basically a page for me to jot down everything that, can help me maybe possibly grow better next year, which leads me then to my results and notes and things that maybe I want to say that I did that I think worked well, or things that I did that really hurt my chances of this plant, just different things that I can include in it. So that's what I wanted to do on this one. And then it also just has a couple extra pages. So I did that for all of them. Every one has a bit. So like my carrots, squash, pumpkin, onions, garlic, corn, beans, melons, berries. It's all in here, y'all. Then on this page, I just wrote down seed companies that I've used, their website, and where they came from. Another reason that I really wanted to be able to have all of this in a hardbound paper form that I can read is because, Dad to the rescue. So it's because out here where I am right now at the coop, at the greenhouse, I don't have any signal. I'm out in the boonies, friends. And so I don't have any signal. I don't have any internet. So if there's something that I really want to know, like, what was it that I planted with tomatoes that made it work well? Notebook keeps it all for me. And then here back in the back, like I said, the seed company page. And then I actually also have like some login information and stuff. Different seed companies let you log in so you can have your own account. Just, nothing too fancy, but, just so I write it down there. So, and then at the very beginning of the book, I actually have by the signs. And so planting by the signs is sort of an Appalachian thing. I learned most of it through Foxfire Appalachian Museum. If you guys have never heard of Planting by the Signs or Foxfire, look them up. They have volumes and volumes of books where they have just collected so much knowledge over the years from the Appalachian region as well as from the South. I believe it actually started by, it was an assignment for high school kids to go and interview their grandparents. I think it started in the 80s maybe. So they would interview their grandparents about, just different things and how things used to be done and the time of the year that you did this or what the days and superstitions and just all kinds of so much neat information. And so a lot of times things that were passed down orally, just like oral tradition, oral history that finally was put into a book and recorded. Gotta put on a Band-Aid, okay. All good. You're welcome. So, Foxfire is seriously a great source of knowledge, as well as I get a lot of my dates and things from the Farmer's Almanac. I buy a Farmer's Almanac every year. I also subscribe online. It's like $6.99 for a whole year, and it gives you all your planting dates. It gives all of the, the by the signs, what today is by the sign. And so, why you want it is because planting by the signs is, maybe some might believe it's a little superstitious or even silly, but I just love so much the old ways and Appalachian traditions, and they were such smart people that I think that a lot of times people from outside the region don't realize how much knowledge and wisdom mountain people have. And so I'm very intrigued by it, as well as I have a great respect for it, and so I also am interested in carrying on those traditions. So there's just all kinds of different things, and I wrote it down like for the month of March. Today is February 28th. Today, the signs are in Libra, which means rains. I will try to link a picture that explains, but basically what they consider the astrology is like a whole entire human body. Head and face, neck, arms, to your breast, your heart, your bowels, your veins, secrets, then thighs, knees, and legs. So what they considered basically the astrological place of the moon and to be in this body. And so that's how it is. So like I said, today is February 28th. When you're watching this, it'll be March 1st. But both of these days, the moon is actually in Libra, so that means it's in rains. And let's see here. There's just different things. It says that you should wean children when the moon is in Capricorn, Pisces, or Sagittarius. And so, Sagittarius is feet, Pisces, I'm still learning. Oh, Pisces is feet. Sagittarius is thighs. Sorry, guys. And so, let's see, since today is Libra, it says that one thing that you could do today, and there's some tons, this is not just limited to this. This is just things that I thought was funny or interesting or pertinent to my life, and so I wrote it down into the book. But on Libra, it says that if you were to cut your hair in the signs of Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius, or Pisces, that when you cut it, it will come back and grow stronger and healthier. Just funny little wives' tales like that. A different one, it says that quitting by the signs is really great. You can quit smoking or, anything that you want to quit. You should do it on the second day of Sagittarius, which is the thighs, or a new moon on Pisces. I have a chicken in here with me, and it's a crazy one. This is Pecky. So let me tell y'all funny. It'll just take a second. So we got this chicken, and I decided to name her Pecky. In case y'all didn't know, my name is Becky. And so I was talking to Pecky one day, and I got to thinking about how else I could make her name funnier. And my maiden name is Nicholson. And so this back here, down here at my feet, she wouldn't let me catch her. That is Pecky Chickelson. So she's my alter ego. And you know what's funny is she doesn't actually like me that much, but she loves my husband Dylan. So it must be a thing with Peckies and Beckys that we just love Dylan. Where was I? The different ones pertaining to crops that I thought were really neat. So above ground crops you should plant on the increase of the moon. So as the moon is increasing, getting bigger, heading towards being full. And then root crops. Sorry guys. Root crops should actually be planted. Root crops should be planted when the moon is decreasing or going dark, which actually means it's heading towards a new moon. Never transplant in the heart or the head. Those are considered death signs. Don't plant potatoes when the moon is in the feet, which is Pisces. And so it says that you actually best to plant it on a dark night in March. So maybe whatever night like the new moon is in March is what they're recommending. This may not be pertinent to you guys, may not be something that you're interested in, but I am just so intrigued by the whole entire idea. And so I just wrote it down so that way I'd know what each day was. And I really am just going to give it a shot this year and see if maybe it might help my crops. So if you are interested, I bought the book of Foxfire. I think it's just called Planting by the Signs by Foxfire. I got the online version and it was seriously 99 cents. So it is totally worth it. It's not very long necessarily, but it is so worth it, and the information that's in there. Like I said, it's not just planting. There's all kinds of things about, hatching eggs, cutting your hair, cutting wood, putting up wood. There's a different time when it'll dry better. You won't have rot in it. I mean, there's a time for everything. And so I really just thought that was so interesting. So it's something that I'm learning more about and that I'm going to try this year. Alright, so that's how I store and organize my seeds. But last, I wanted to show you guys just basically what I've gathered together and how I'm going to be putting it to use. So I got one of these Fairy Morse, the big Pro Hex. Just for starting my tomatoes and peppers that I am going to be keeping specifically. And then on Amazon, I bought, I forget how many in here. There's 720 different cells. So in these, in case we ended up giving them, selling them later, I wanted to buy a whole bunch of these for the extra planter. And for us as well, because we have, you guys, I have 157 seed varieties that I've bought just this year. I'm sorry it's starting to rain, so I'm going to really try to hurry up because I know that you can probably only hear all the dripping. So I have the trays. I bought these at Rural King. I think they were like $2 a piece. So that way I can set those little cells, these cells in. I have Mad Chicken in here again. What's up, Ruby? And I just have, you guys, Dollar Tree is really stepping up their game. I got all of this stuff at the Dollar Tree. I have some flexible tie. This is obviously going to be used later on when the plants get big. And just helping with training and learning how to trellis. You gotta train your little plants. I always think that's such a funny way of putting it, but it's true. Any indeterminate plant is usually trainable, which means you can grow it up a trellis. As well as the twist tie with a cutter on it. Got that at the Dollar Tree. I got this little shovel at the Dollar Tree. I had a little rake too, but I think the boys have run off with it. I don't know. Oh, and also I had a little pad for the knees. which honestly I've used cleaning the house so much more than I've used gardening. Like when you're cleaning down at the cabinets and stuff. So nice. And so I also got these little planters. They all came from the Dollar Tree. Nothing special, but go check it out. A lot of Dollar Trees have had those three, it's shaped, I don't know how to explain that. What kind of shape is that? It's shaped one at the top and then like two at the bottom. And so it's a three planter and they're stackable. If you're ever online and you see those huge, awesome green growers and those like tower planters, this is a way that you can make your own knockoff one. I haven't been able to get my hands on any yet. You actually can order them from Dollar Tree, but when you do, you have to buy a box, and it comes with 36 of them. So I think that I am going to end up going and buying a box. And I've seen online some have holes drilled in the middle, some do not. It's an easy fix that you can like run a pole through the middle, drill a hole, run the pole, and then that way the wind isn't going to topple your tower over. So that's another awesome thing from the Dollar Tree, which is where I've just been trying to get a lot of things here and there when I can get my hands on it. And then last, I have a bag of potting soil. This is just the Miracle Grow Vegetable and Harvest, just some basic soil. Done a soil test, out in our garden to see what kind of amendments it's going to need, if it's going to need anything for the certain plants that we want to put out there. I really haven't got into all of that yet. I'm really hoping that between good fertilization, using our compost, and just keeping up with the soil, it's a garden that's been in use for a while and rotated. So that's really important to make sure that the soil is nice and healthy, and then that increases the nutrients that are obviously inherited into your food. So maybe that's another day to get into about soil. And that's actually something that honestly I'm learning new about still, because, I just always kind of assume soil is soil. What do you need to do? But when you're planting things and it takes all the nutrients out of it, that soil has to be amended and it has to have different things added to make it healthy again. So that's why I'm starting with this. And I also have like a little shaker of plant food and different things, some spikes and different things to just put into your plants to try to give it a little bit more health. So this is all that I have for you guys today. I hope it shows that seed starting can be really basic. You don't need a lot of crazy tools. You don't need tons of supplies. Just some good seeds, a little bit of dirt, even some Dollar Tree supplies. Starting seeds doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to cost you all kinds of money. You don't have to know a whole bunch about plants or seeds or soils or science or anything like that. All you have to do is get started, learn as you go, and be on your way to being able to grow and produce your own food. Have the pride that comes with growing your own food and saying, wow, I grew this, I made this, and as well as the confidence in knowing that your food is healthy, you know where it came from, and you know that it's good for you. So I thank you. Again, my name is Becky with Thankful Roots at Dalrymple Farms. I really appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, all at the handle name of Thankful Roots. And visit our website at www.thankfulrootsdalrymplefarms.com. We post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays, it's for gardening. Wednesdays is Hens Days. We talk about chicken and poultry care. And on Fridays is for Fixins, which is where we fix a really good meal and share the recipe with you guys. So please join us. Please come grow with us, and I'll see you guys next time.